Sure, here's a 5,000-word YouTube script for your channel kindness stories. Following the theme of bullying, revenge, and personal transformation, the story features a new black girl who is bullied at prom, unaware to others that she is a trained boxer. It follows the tone, flow, and format you're using, no brackets, no headings, no interruptions, and includes your channel intro at the beginning. The script is fictional, emotionally engaging, and written to maintain audience retention across a full-length video. Welcome back to Kindness Stories, where every story we tell reminds you that kindness always wins. Even when the world tries to break you down, make sure to subscribe and stick around till the end, because this one is going to leave you speechless. The night was cool, crisp, and glittering with stars, a perfect evening for celebration. The gym had been transformed into something out of a dream, golden streamers draping from the ceilings, soft fairy lights twinkling along the walls, and upbeat music humming through the speakers. The prom had officially begun, but while everyone else basked in the glitter and glow of the night, Jordan Daniels stood outside in her simple black dress, heels in hand, watching her breath form tiny clouds in the air. She had just moved here 3 weeks ago, a small town in the middle of nowhere after living most of her life in Atlanta. Her mother thought it'd be a good idea, a fresh start, a quiet town, but Jordan didn't want quiet. She didn't want new. She just wanted to feel like she belonged again. She pulled out her phone, checking the time. 7:36 p.m. Maybe if she waited a few more minutes, she'd find the courage to walk inside. Laughter echoed, mostly from the group that practically ruled the school. Brielle, the self-proclaimed queen bee, stood at the center with her entourage Tasha, Maddie, and Jake, her on-and-off boyfriend who treated loyalty like a suggestion. Brielle had noticed Jordan the moment she stepped into the school hallway that first Monday. It wasn't because Jordan had done anything. It was because she hadn't. She didn't look nervous. She didn't try to impress anyone. She wore her natural curls like a crown and her silence like armor. And that threatened people like Brielle. She's still out there? Brielle sneered, peeking out the gym door. Why'd she even bother coming? Tasha giggled, probably. Thought she'd get a magical prom moment like in the movies. Jake smirked. Maybe we should give her one. That was all it took. One sarcastic comment. One cruel idea. Inside, Jordan finally took a breath and stepped in. People turned. Some out of curiosity, some out of judgment, but most simply because the group in the center paused their laughter, creating a strange vacuum of attention. Jordan didn't flinch. She walked to the refreshment table and poured herself some punch. She had always been calm under pressure. It was something her coach used to say about her in the ring. She remembered his voice. Stay collected, Jordy. The minute they see you panic, you've already lost the round. Brielle walked over, plastering on the fakest smile Jordan had seen since she moved here. Hey, new girl, she chirped. Jordan, she replied without turning. Right. So, did you come alone, or were you planning on dancing with that cup of punch all night? Jordan tilted her head. Either would be more fun than this conversation. That caught Brielle off guard. She wasn't used to people snapping back, especially not someone who'd barely spoken a word since arriving. Jake and the others snickered in surprise. Brielle's smile tightened. Cute. You've got jokes. Jordan shrugged. I've got a lot of things. That was the beginning. Over. The next hour, the group kept watching her, whispering, mocking from a distance. Jordan ignored it. She danced a little, smiled when someone complimented her curls. But she knew what was coming. She could feel it like a punch in the gut before it landed. It happened just as she stepped out onto the dance floor during a slow song. She had convinced herself to try to just enjoy a few minutes of being a normal teenage girl at prom. Then it hit her, literally, a drink, red punch, splashed across her dress. She froze. The gym fell silent for a beat, then erupted into laughter. Brielle stood nearby, mock gasping, holding an empty cup. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, she said with exaggerated concern. It just slipped. Jordan looked down at her soaked dress, then up. Her eyes met Brielle's, and something shifted. She took a slow step forward. Brielle's smile faltered. Another step. Jake spoke up, half joking, half worried. Yo, chill. It was just a joke. Jordan stopped in front of Brielle. Then she smiled. Not the kind of smile that says thank you or it's okay. No. It was the smile of someone who's been pushed afar and is finally done pretending. You think this is funny? Jordan asked calmly. Brielle opened her mouth, but before she could, say anything. Jordan took off her heels, placed them neatly beside the dance floor, and said, "Okay, you want a show? Let's give you one." That's when she dropped into a perfect boxing stance. The crowd hushed. Jordan's fists were tight, raised, her shoulders relaxed, her balance precise. Jake blinked. Is she serious? She took one step, her movements sharp, controlled. "Here's the part you don't know," she said, her voice steady. "I've been boxing since I was 8. My dad was a trainer. I've been in national tournaments, state titles. I've knocked out girls bigger and meaner than you before I hit high school. And the difference is, they had gloves." The gym was dead silent. Brielle backed up slightly. "Okay, like, chill." "No," Jordan said, lowering her hands. "I'm not gonna hit you. Not here. Not now. That'd be too easy. But you need to know something." She stepped closer. "You thought you embarrassed me? You thought throwing juice on my dress would make me cry. You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what it's like to fight every day just to keep going. And the truth is, I pity you." Brielle blinked. "You have to tear others down to feel important. You have to humiliate people because deep down, you're terrified that someone like me will walk in and not be afraid of you. Well, guess what? I'm not. I never was." She turned and picked up her heels, and just like that, she walked out, red dress stained, but spine straighter than ever. The next day, everything changed. The video went viral. Someone had recorded the whole thing, her stance, her words, her calm, but powerful takedown without even throwing a punch. Jordan Daniels became a symbol, but not for violence, for strength, for restraint, for dignity, and surprisingly, people started to talk to her, real conversations. They asked her about boxing, about her past, about how she stayed so calm. She even got an offer to join the school's track team. Brielle didn't say much after that. She didn't apologize, not really, but her power in the school deflated. Like a pop balloon, people saw her differently now. They saw Jordan. Weeks passed. Then one afternoon, as Jordan was finishing practice at the local boxing gym her mom had found for her, someone walked in. It was Tasha. She looked awkward, holding a smoothie in one hand and her phone in the other. "Hey," she said. I saw the clip again last night. You were amazing." Jordan wiped sweat from her brow, nodding slowly. "Thanks." Tasha stepped in a little more. "I was thinking, maybe you could teach me some of that. Not just the moves, but, like, how to stand up for yourself like that." Jordan studied her. She could have said no. She could have turned her away, but something in Tasha's eyes looked genuine, scared, but hopeful. Jordan tossed her a pair of beginner gloves. "Tomorrow, after school." And just like that, a new story began. Not about revenge, not even about redemption, but about growth, about strength, about using your power not to punish, but to inspire. That's the thing about kindness. It's not weakness. It's choosing to hold back your fists when the world begs you to swing. Jordan Daniels knew how to hit back, but she chose not to. And in that choice, she won more than any fight ever could. Thanks for watching Kindness Stories. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that strength isn't about how hard you hit, it's about how strong you stay. See you in the next one.